going to discuss about neoclassical age. I have already made videos from Old English period to Restoration age. I have given the links in my description box. Do watch my videos and give your suggestions. Before we start, in my last video, I spoke about Restoration age and I spoke about Charles II and I discussed about major writers and their major works. So watch my video. Today, without any further delay, let's get started to the video. Neoclassical age is also known as Augustan age or the age of enlightenment or the age of reason. Neoclassical age is also known as Augustan age. The term comes from self-conscious imitation of Horace and Virgil. 18th century emphasized reason over superstition and science. Rationalism is the idea that humans are capable of using their faculty of reason to gain knowledge. This was the period when people started to read a lot and they gained knowledge. Another important thing is there were three central concepts: use of reason, scientific method and progress. And they started to think lot. Hence this period is known as age of reason. Now let us discuss about social and economic background. The emergence of Britain from isolationism to internationalism, the change in economic policy from mercantilism to capitalism, the growth of British Empire and the start of industrial growth. Agriculture became market oriented. As I have told you already, people started to read. Literacy rate also grew fast and it reached 60%. And England became more and more print oriented. Literature of the age. Matthew Arnold called 18th century as the age of prose and reason. Do note this point. The works of Dryden, Pope, Swift and Addison demonstrated qualities of order, clarity and stylistic decorum. Their works were less concentrated with emotion and imagination rather than they concentrated with facts and reason. Writers imitated classical forms such as epic, ode and made use of aesthetic and critical principles. Hence this age is known as neoclassical age. Role of nature. Nature was an important influence on Augustan writers. By nature, writers meant not external world but man and manners of society. Pope stated that first follow nature and your judgments framed by her just standard, which is still always the same. Literary characteristics of the age. Augustan age saw the rise of novel. In Elizabethan age and Puritan age, prose, poetry and drama was the important genres. Heroic couplet was the most important verse form of this age. Sentimental comedy and periodical essays became very popular in this period. Periodical essays are nothing but they are non-fictional prose forms published in magazines. People started to read magazines in coffee houses. Important periodicals of the age are The Tatler, to expose the false arts of life, published on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. The Spectator, to bring philosophy out, published daily. The Rambler, it is a literary delight, published on Tuesday and Saturday. Please do make a note about periodicals of the age. Graveyard poetry. It dealt with the themes of death, sorrow and morality. Graveyard schools not only incorporates melancholy but expands the range of emotional responses. Death to include grief, tenderness and nostalgia. Its depictions of graves, churchyard, death and ghost laying the groundwork for Gothic literature. Alexander Pope. He is a follower of Catholicism. He suffered from TB and he had a hunchback. Because of his physical deformity, he was educated at home. He learned Greek and Latin. He started reading Homer and Virgil. His work shows the influence of these writers. He has lots of enemies because he criticized all other writers in his works. Please read about Pope in detail. He is very important from net point of view. Now let us discuss about Pope's major works. His first important work was the Pastorals, edition of Shakespeare, an epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. It is an autobiography, essay on man and Dunkirk. He translated Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. It took 6 years for him to complete, but after these translations, he became very famous. Richard Bentley criticized Pope's translation. It is a pretty poem, Pope, but you must not call it Homer. Now, let us talk about Samuel Johnson. He is a poet, critic, and lexicographer. He was almost blind in one eye and deaf in one ear, but he found comfort in writing. His major works are The London or Imitation of Third Satire of Juvenal, Preface to the Plays of Shakespeare, and Lives of the Poet. Please read about his works in detail. He published a dictionary of English language. It took 9 years for him to complete. He published in 1755. Now let us talk about Thomas Gray. Thomas Gray was closely attached with Richard West. After Richard's death in 1742, Gray had a great depression and he wrote Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard. This poem is also very important. This poem consists of 128 lines divided into 32 quatrains. The poem invokes the classical idea, remember that you must die, which is stated to all mankind. Now, let us talk about Oliver Goldsmith. He is an Anglo-Irish poet and a playwright, and he was also a novelist. Through Samuel Johnson's patronage, he wrote Vicar of Wakefield. His another important works are The Deserted Village. Please read about this poem in detail, which consists of 430 lines in heroic couplets, published in 1770. The poem describes the desertion of rural areas whose natural innocence has been replaced by industrialization. Now let us talk about Jonathan Swift. He is an Anglo-Irish satirist and essayist. His important works are A Tale of Tub, which is a prose satire published in 1704, and Battle of Books, which is also very important. So do read about his works in detail. And his most important work, The Gulliver's Travel, or Travels into Several Remote Nations of the World. It is a social and political satire. Now let us talk about Daniel Defoe. He is an English trader, writer and journalist. He is very famous for his work Robinson Crusoe, published in 1719. It is considered to be the first English novel, which is based on a true story of a servant called Alexander Selkirk. The title character Robinson, who spends 28 years on a remote tropical desert island. His another famous work is Moll Flanders. This is also very important. Now let us talk about Samuel Richardson. His career began as an apprentice to a printer. The Apprentice Wade Mecum, or Young Man's Pocket, was his first work, published in 1733. He wrote a collection of letters served as a model for country readers. Later, he expanded his ideas into a novel called Pamela or Virtue Rewarded, published in 1740. His another important novels are Clarissa and Tristram Shandy. Both these works were also very important from net point of view. So thank you for watching my video, friends. I have tried my best to give you an overview about neoclassical age, and I spoke about major writers and major works. So if you like my video, means like it, share it and subscribe to my channel, and please give your suggestions and feedbacks in the comment section so that I can improve my teaching. So thank you for watching my video, friends.